Hello there, hope your family and friends are well. So in the UK at the moment we're going through a heat wave. Where I live, which is the northwest of England, in the Lake District, our heat wave generally hits around about 15 degrees. And we do get a bit of rain, so it does cool things down, but the rest of the country, they're going to be baking, so they're going to be hitting between 24 degrees and possibly 40. But us in the north, especially the northwest, or in the Lake District itself, it's probably one of the greenest counties in the UK because it rains us quite a bit actually, you know, so it's going to be cooler here. So a bit more sun would be nice. You've already heard the audio examples, and what I wanted to do with this particular patch is try and recreate Steve Vai's clean sound on the Jem. Now, one of my favourite albums over the last 20 years really would be Passion and Warfare, and I think that's Steve's best album. I think solo album which he's done, and the guitar playing on it is fantastic, but I really liked Steve's clean sound. And what I've tried to recreate is what it would sound like on a Jem. Now the guitar I'm actually playing is a Fender Player Plus, and the position, the neck pickup position I'm using is position 4 on the 5-way toggle switch on the Strat, and it sounds okay. So what I'd try and do is recreate that particular clean, strange sort of Steve Vai clean sound, and it sounds okay. So what we'll do is we'll go over the effects. Also, I'll point out that this particular patch has 3 scenes, but we'll go over that anyway towards the end of this video. So the first effect is the auto swell, which is a really nice effect, and these are the settings I've used for the auto swell. Next one is doubled up on the amp, doubled up on a couple of amps, which are the orange ones, which are great. And these are settings I've used for this particular amp head. And really the same is on the other one as well. So there we go. I think it's the same. There we go, look at that. Brilliant. We'll move on to the next effect, which is Smart Harmony, which is a really good effect. And you need to play about with this a little bit to get, you can come up with some incredible things with this actually. The settings I've used for this effect. Next effect is a stereo doubler. And obviously you can see what I've used for this particular effect setting. Next effect is multi-chorus, because I like the chorus, and I've used this particular setting. I did choose originally, instead of having 4 voice, I went for 6. It didn't sound right, so I just went down from 3, and then I went down to 4, and then 4 seemed to work pretty well, and I stuck with it, to be honest. Next effect is Orange Phaser, which is a really nice effect, and default stereo. Also, there was a few I could have chose. There's not very many on this one, but I decided to stick with this one. Mono didn't work, and the sync was okay, but I decided to stick with this one, and it seemed to work pretty well. Next effect is reverb, which is a nice one. And these are settings I've used for reverb. Tape echo, this is the next one, which is a nice one. Again, we could have used a lot of different ones for tape echo, but I stuck with this one. And these are settings I've used for this effect. Air reverb, which is a great one, to be honest. It's a great reverb to use, and these are settings I've used for the air reverb. And again, you know, there's a few reverbs in there we can use. You know, brilliant. Now, before we move on to the next bit, I'm going to ask a question actually, because I just found out this today, but this might be common knowledge to a lot of people, but it wasn't to me. Now, I believe that Headrush, and if I'm wrong, if you can point me out, if anybody from Headrush does watch this, could you let me know? I believe the Headrush pedal board, which is what I'm using, and the gig board have now become obsolete, and the discontinued products. Now, if you can let me know, because I can't find any pedal boards in the UK at the moment, and a few websites say they're discontinued in the UK, and others at the moment they're looking at trying to get them in, but they've been trying to get them in for quite a while. Also, the gig boards, it's difficult to track the gig boards down, because obviously what's available at the moment is the NX5, which is fine, don't get me wrong. But for me, I originally went with the pedal board because of the 7-inch touchscreen, and the icons are huge. I wouldn't get the MX5 because the icons are too small. But if Headrush comes out with a new update, and if they brought out some software, which we could have a software equivalent to what the Boss Tone Studio uses, or for example what the Helix uses, or even the Moog GE300 uses as well, a software interface which we can use on our laptops, MacBooks or tablets, that would be absolutely brilliant. For me, that would just put the icing on the cake with regards when it comes to the Headrush products, because it would be perfect, absolutely perfect. But if these models have been discontinued and you do watch this, could you just let me know if this is the case? So what we'll do next is go over the output block. Nothing exciting in there, as you can see. There isn't any preset. And look at the in. And again, this is just the default setting. What we'll do is we'll go to the hardware assign, because we're using 3 scenes on this particular patch. I call them patches, but other people call them rigs, but it kind of sticks with me really calling it a patch. This is the first setting, which is called first scene setting, which is called SV clean. Next one, which is called SV dream. Now, the idea of this, because you're using a smart harmony, is to just hit a note and then you have a following note, and you hit another note and it follows on and follows on and follows on. It's a really, really good effect. And then the final one, which is the pipes. Now, the pipes one really is that, you just imagine if we're playing a recorder or a penny whistle, and the idea to play this particular feel and setting is, just imagine if you were playing a penny whistle or a recorder or a flute, and just pick the note and just slightly tap, you know, and it works really, really well, and just release as if you actually, you know, you were playing a penny whistle or a particular flute. And it's not a bad setting actually. One of my favourite sounds from, obviously, Steve Vai's clean sound from Passion and Warfare. It's a kind of strange, clean sound compared to Strats and sort of, especially I was going to say a Les Paul, but especially Strats have a particular glass sound, if you want to call it a glass sound, whereas the Jem has something slightly different. So I hope you enjoy this. Thanks again for watching. Hope you and your family and friends are well. If you like this, I'm probably going to do another one this month, maybe in another week or so. It's my 3 for this month, 3 Headrush ones. This patch will be on my website, which will be advertised shortly at the end of this video, and it'll be free to download probably over the weekend or maybe early next week. If you like what you see, click on the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and pop over to my website and have a quick look. And there's a few free Headrush patches on there at the moment. There's a Brian May one, which was based on One Vision, and that seems to work pretty well. Worked pretty well on my old Ibanez. And there's a couple of the new ones on there as well. What I'll do each month is I'll recycle the patches and I'll put new ones on. and I'll create some different patch videos as well each month. I'm going to do some more shortly. So again, thanks again for watching, and all stay well and healthy and everything else. And anybody watching this from the UK, especially in the northwest of England, enjoy the cool temperatures. In the south, enjoy the sun. And yeah, thanks for watching, and all my best wishes, and we'll do some more soon. So bye bye for now.